Okay, let me check check my settings. I think the mic is the correct one. Oh wait, let me switch to my blue ball audio. Oh yeah, the blue ball is connected. Okay, let me get this blue ball close to my mouth. Okay. All right, let me see. Testing, testing. Okay, yeah, so that looks like that's working. The bar is going across. All right. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Fine, I hope. I am coming to you. I'm coloring some things that I started yesterday. I started coloring out of Hanna Karlzon with excuse me, with Kim's creative coloring. And she picked the page, and I had been wanting to color this page. So this is in Grains of Gold, and it's one of the compilation books. It has 83 favorites from her previous 11 books or whatever, and it's getting ready to thunderstorm. So I hope the power doesn't go out. And 11 new drawings. So what I did was I started this in, I think we were using Black Widows. Kim was using Black Widows also. And then I switched over to ink tints because I wanted to do the mushrooms a little bit different. I ended up putting 2 layers of color. Now, I actually like the black around these things, so I'm going to re-put the black in. All of these are not filled in. I was using titanium white acrylic paint. I had a little tube of it. It's just something generic. It's not I think it might be something in some little kit, maybe something from Michael's or something like that. So, and let's see, and what else? So I want to do the flowers, but I don't feel comfortable enough to do the flowers in the watercolors yet. Even though I pulled out all my watercolors, I think I want to do the flowers in Prismacolors because I have done them before with Prismacolors, and I used um, Ryan's color. I forgot what his changed his name to, or did he change it back? I think it was Ryan something. I'm not sure what his channel name is now. I think he switched it back, but don't quote me. Um, so on the Prismacolors, when he did it, he was doing a Johanna Basford color along I did with him. I went ahead and wrote down the colors that he used. This is what he used for the leaves, and I think all of the rest of these just for the flowers. So looking at this, I'm not going to pick the yellow ones, that's for sure. But I may use this color combination. And this is just 3 pencils for the leaves. And then for the flowers, I don't want to put any really more colors on here, but maybe I'll do the pinks, the magentas, and the burgundies. Yeah, because even though that's red, it'll still be like in the same family. Because if I put this, the orange and the yellow, I think that'll be too much for the flowers. So that and this, no, I could do, nope. And then I don't want to use that for the flowers because that is a whole nother different color. I have not figured out what I want to do with these raindrops. When I did them in the Johanna Basford book that I showed yesterday, I had used Posca pens, and I like that, but I don't know if I want to do that white. I think what I do want to do is think about it because I don't want to rush this one. Even though I got 2 more copies of the same page that I can switch up. So I'm going to go ahead and pull these 3 greens from my Prismacolor um, pouch, and I'm going to see, I need number 908 dark green. And on my chart that I made, dark green is, where is it? Oh, okay. Oh, here it is. Dark green is number 96. And then I might already have 96 out. Yeah, I do. Okay, 96. And then I need grass green. I think I have grass green out. Do I? No, I don't think I do. Grass green. Oh, I actually wrote down the numbers right there. Number 95. And let's see, 95. Yeah, I got it pulled out, so it must be over here. Grass green. Grass green. And then the third color is the true green, number 910. I'm sorry, number 92. Let's see. I don't think I have that one pulled out. 92. Hold on, I gotta turn this around. Let's see. Okay, 92. Yep. Okay. True green. So I got the colors for the leaves. I'll do the leaves first, even though I should do the flowers first. Well, let me pick the colors for the flowers while I need it. Oh, I don't need this anymore because I got the numbers there. Number 44, pomegranate. 44 is right here. And number 47, hot pink. Number 45, magenta. And then number 26, deco pink. Now I rarely use that one. Is this it? Yeah, it's a light pink. So, hey, Taylor May, baby, how you doing? Happy Tuesday, girl. Happy Tuesday. But these are really pretty. The colors that Ryan chose. Ryan picked those colors. So let me check my points. I'm going to use the Tagal pencil sharpener. You can get this on Amazon. I need to set up my figure out how to set up my store, my Amazon store. If any of y'all know how to do that, let me know. Because I see a couple of people that have that, and I want to have it because that way, if anybody wants to, get the products that I'm typing, they can just go over there and get it without having to go back to the video and, try to figure out what it is. And, sometimes when you go to, I didn't need to sharpen that one. Sometimes you go to Amazon, I end up going looking for one thing. If I don't know exactly where that one thing is, girl, I'll be sitting there for hours. Then I put my stuff in my cart and all that. It's just a trip. I try to limit myself to $50 a month for art supplies and 50 for either sewing or puzzles. But so that's $100. That's a lot. But it is what it is. It's in my budget, and that's what I do. So far this month, I actually think I took it down this time. Oh, thank you. My picture's looking cute. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I think Kim's probably sleeping because last time we were on here at late time. We were on here a long time, and I think we made a 3.5 hour live. Okay, so she has the dark one. Has it in this order: pomegranate first, pomegranate for the dark part, and magenta, the hot pink, and then hold on. Oh, did I miss a color? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then no, I didn't. Okay, the deco pink. Okay, so I have not colored these flowers. So I'm just using the colors. I'm not copying anything this time. Yeah, and I put it because I want that store, but yeah, I always see something and I put it someplace and I let it sit there and I wait for it to go on sale. And I'm not finished with the frog or anything. I'm just kind of hitting on some areas. So this flower, so I'm gonna try to put 4 colors on it. So I'm just gonna go around the middle, of course, with the darkest color. And then go in with the next darkest color. My water bottle that fell over. I got pull my watercolors out. Y'all remember that every time I sit down, I keep reorganizing my workspace, and I just reorganized it one more time because I want the puzzles, and I want my sewing machine, and I want the coloring books and my art supplies all around in the same area. So I went in and moved some moved some stuff. And see, I also had some reference books mixed in. I still have some of my college books, and then I buy books a lot, and then my cookbooks, I moved them into another space. And I should show you some of my cookbooks. I like I like getting cookbooks just to look at them. They're nice. They make nice coffee table books. Plus, most of them are vegan or ethnic cookbooks. I mean, I don't have a whole lot. I have more, which I need to pull those out, but that'll be another day, another project. But I do have some, and then I sometimes cut out recipes and stuff, or I'll see something online and then I will print it out. So I've got a little binder with printable recipes. That's not too bad, that little flower there. So we're just going to continue it. I want all the flowers to be the same because I have all the mushrooms different. I don't want to have too many different things. I find myself limiting what I'm doing on here on when I color because I think that's where I make my mistake. If you have your pencils already picked out, it helps you so that you won't add too many colors like I normally do. I have like 95 colors on one page. So that's why I'm really trying to follow some more structured rules. Now, of course, I can color with how many colors I want to, but it does make a difference in the quality of your picture. It takes it from looking like a child colored it or somebody learning how to color to somebody who really planned the color patterns, the palettes, and the application. And that's what makes it look really nice, especially if you shading it nicely and basically shading is everything. So, yeah. And you can tell the difference when I first started coloring to what it looks like now. Some of the things I have to really focus on it though, because sometimes I do get lazy and just want to get a picture colored. That's why I'd rather just walk away from a picture and come back later and I'll start another one because I just can't keep focusing in on that picture. So anyway, I got to do some pole duties in the morning. So actually it's not till 9:30 actually, but I got to do some prep before that. So yeah, I like this flower. Let me show you. I really like the bottom one. I think I'm just going to leave it with the white at the on the end. I'm not going to fill it in totally. So on to the next flower. So this is just going to be very repetitive for now. So and I went out too late today because I was going to go to the store, to the green shop, get greenhouse greenery, and get a couple of philodendrons, and a spider plant. Maybe a purple passion philodendron and a spider plant. And view, how do you know the names of the plants? Because I used to have a big area, and I'm not an outdoor gardener. First of all, because I'm scared of bugs and snakes and stuff like that. But indoor gardening or like something on a balcony or something like that or a porch, I can handle that. And so I need to get some potting soil. I got a couple of pots that I have that I can put my hands on real quick. And then I went and bought, they had these pots at the Dollar Tree that I'm going to use. I was using them for my pencils. And I thought, well, I could put a plant in here because Plants give off something in the air in your rooms, and I know flowers do one thing, but plants I've been heard that they clean the air or something like that. So I got some containers from the Dollar Tree like a couple years ago, and I was never using them. And then finally, I just said, let me figure out something to do with these because I don't want to be wasting the space. So then stuck my pencils in them, and it was perfect. But I just don't like to store my pencils like that. So I hope I gave somebody an idea so that they can do it for $1.25. Do spider plants have to be hung? Okay. Now this is yeah. And see, that's a good question. And the only way that I would really be able to give you an accurate answer is if I knew from firsthand. Now, they may say that this is a myth, but I'm not sure. But spider plants that are hung are the ones that, or they tend to quickly develop the offspring that hang down. It's something about being up in the air, or where they can swing down. Because if they touch, they're real funny. Okay, if they touch something as far as like another plant or whatever, or something, a tree, something close by. Yeah, oxygen. That's right, Miss Cox. Hi, Miss Cox. How you doing? They won't sprout. But if they're hanging just free flowing, they'll sprout the little baby spider plants. And another myth, you ever find if you have a spider plant that has not already had babies, um, I know it sounds funny saying babies, but that's how they grow. I mean, they reproduce, reproduce like they're animals. But well, they are to me. I think if you really get a plant, you can think of it like that. But if you have one that never had any babies, and you wonder why it doesn't have any babies, you're like, why isn't my spider plant doesn't have babies? If you get another spider plant and put it, next to it and just keep it there, get another. I mean, you have to get another plant and whole plant the whole thing, not in the same pot, but just in the same space, and then it will sprout. It must be something with the spores or something like that. I don't know. I this was we didn't have computers when I was learning this information, and it might be an old wise tale. Who knows? I don't know. So it's all if you really want to have spider plants that have babies, it's always good to get two if they're smaller. Now, if you already have one that has the babies, or you buy them with the babies, that's not an issue. It's just when they're smaller. I'm making it sound like I love spider plants. And actually, I do. Now, this is a craft that I do know how to do without any instructions. I can make a plant hanger with yarn and then some beads. And it's real simple how to make it. So maybe I'll do that when I get the three. I want three plants, and I'm actually going to start them out. I want to get them little. Um, Hold on, let me finish a couple more flowers, and then start them out. So the spider plants I love because they do have the offspring, and what you can do with that after they get to be a good size, take the stem. I mean the shoot, and cut it off down at the root, and then the little babies be hanging on there, and then put them in water, but don't just submerge them into water. Kind of put them in the water so that they kind of can float. Their little roots can float in the water. And if you put it close enough, don't worry, the roots will move out and grow to go to the water. It's funny about roots is something else. And your plants cannot be root bound to really be effective. Because a lot of people say, well, my plants are not doing well. And then you look at the damn root or the bottom of the pot, and the roots are all tangled up and meshed up. And, they're not going to do well because it's at a position called being root bound. And so they won't do anything, they'll be stagnant. So I like to buy pots for my plants that are just a little bit bigger, but not too much bigger. And then sometimes if your plants get root bound, you can buy another pot and then divide that plant in half, just depending on if it's one of those plants that you can do that. Oh, you can't do that with every plant. Some plants will not grow like that. Now, the thing with philodendrons, because like when people come over, they're like, "Oh, I like your plant. I like your spider plant. I wish I could have one." And you can just cut it off and say, "Here you go." And it was real thoughtful to get, give somebody or share somebody a plant, a piece of your plant. Now, also with philodendrons, those are the ones that you see everywhere, and actually they call those pothos, Pothos. I think that's the proper horticultural name for them. They uh, they are very easy to grow, and they're a very easy plant, but you can't kill them. You can kill them by overwatering them, and you can kill, and they are very susceptible to bugs. Those little flying things, so you got to keep them clean. I actually would take my plants and put them in a bathtub and turn the shower on, lightly, and they will get a misting of the steam, of the water, and then they will get rinsed off. And you know and you gotta also look for spiders and stuff like that, because bugs like plants, ants like plants, and sometimes you can get your plants, you can bring your plant home with bugs in it and you not know it. And once especially the bugs that grow in the dirt, you will never see it. You're like, I don't know why my plant it's not growing. Sometimes it's because it has bugs. So when I get plants, I immediately take them out of that pot that they're in, and I loosen up the roots, shake them off, and rinse the roots, and then I put them in another pot, or back into that same pot if it's a decorative pot, and that at least ensures that I didn't bring any bugs in with the plant that won't let the plant be successful. So the philodendrons, you can also just grow philodendrons in water, but they do better in potting soil. And then they're another plant that if somebody comes to your house and it's like, oh, I like that plant, I want to have a plant or whatever. You just cut off a couple of stems of that and put it in some water, and they'll root like within a week. And yeah, those, and they last a long time. And sometimes you have to cut them back if they get to be too much. Sometimes you want a plant to be one small little size. But if it's a plant that keeps growing like that, you can always trim them. But the one thing that I definitely think that most plants enjoy that a lot of people don't do is mist them with this, just a water bottle. Mist them every day. Make it a part of your morning routine when you're getting up, listening to the news, getting your coffee, getting your medicines and stuff. It's very therapeutic. I used to talk to my plants and shit. No, I know it sounds crazy, but they grow. And I don't know. That was my hobby years ago, and I got out of it a long time ago. But I think I want to catch. I did have it back on my bucket list that I want to do it again. So I will get three little plants, and I will show you what I do to start them. So you love plants, I do too. Oh, you got those? You got the pothos, or I used to just call them potholes, because they just grow so fast. If they really like. And a lot of plants do not like direct sun. And sometimes if your plants aren't doing well, I used to be called like the plant doctor. People would say, "Why don't you come over here and look at my plants?" And I go over there, I'm like, "Oh my God! First of all, you got this daggone plant." Like the big elephant ear plants. I don't know, for some reason people really liked those plants back in the 80s, 90s. And they're part of the philodendron family. But no, is it, yeah, philodendron family. I like the elephant ear one because of that it gets really big. It can be like it is as big as a pot, however the pot is. I've seen a lot of those. You see them in the malls, and then also offices and stuff like that. But they are they have a dark leaf, the ones that I like, the elephant leaf ones, and you give them a little bit of sun, but don't put them in direct sunlight. All plants don't like direct sunlight. Mm-mm. And then you looking at, why is my plant not doing well? It's because you have it in direct sunlight, and that plant likes indirect sunlight. Now, spider plants love light. And especially if you get the variegated one. There's a solid leaf spider plant, and then there are the variegated ones, which have the light yellow line through them. And I like both of them. And then, but yeah, misting them is always very important. And then the best way to determine what's wrong with somebody's plant is to put your fingers in the dirt and feel See if it's too wet, if the roots are coming out the pot, if it's got bugs, or the soil is old and dried up. Every now and then, you want to freshen up your soil, your plants. So, and then I do fertilize. I do organic fertilizer. I haven't done any planting or if in a while indoor gardening, so I would need to see what's out there. And I can't remember what I used to use. I think I used to use something commercial and feed them like once a week. Not all. Sometimes you don't need to. Just depends. If you see it looks like needs like a little pep, you might want to give it something. Um, Trying to think what the common things are. I'm gonna do a whole bunch of these bottoms. Common things are that people used to do wrong. Oh, those mother-in-law tongues, those long, sharp green ones. They do not like to be sitting in the sun. Do not. If you have one of those things, and that's the plant that people say, oh, you can never kill it because they don't like to be overwatered. They do not like to get direct sunlight. They like to be dusted. Plants can get very dusty, and then you just leave them alone. You don't have to do anything to them. Don't water them all the time. Let them be dry looking for a minute, and then don't put them in the sun. That's the best plant. But they can look real ugly, but I like them, and each one has a different shape, so it's like a different personality. I know I'm starting to talk crazy now. Girl, she over there coloring and coloring books, and now she telling me that the plants got personality. Good Lord. Is she going see now? She probably is. You know that old crazy bitch she is. She crazy as fuck. Can you grow the elephant plant indoor? Yes. But you usually get them kind of. I wouldn't buy a baby one. I would buy one like some medium size, or of course a large one. Now they tend to be kind of pricey because they take a while to grow. But if you get like a medium sized one, you can really enjoy and see the growth in them. And they last a long. I mean, they last a long time as long as you take care of them. And the same thing with them. You can give them a little bit of sun, but they like indirect sun. Like if you have them someplace, just open up the curtains. Make it a routine. You open up the curtains for your plants. You know, like going to walk the dog, and then you missed it, and usually watering the plant once a week is fine, or once every 10 days. You don't tend to water plants every day. But I was thinking about making a indoor garden plant in like a jar or something like that. I might do that since I have some mason jars. I got some extra ones and I make my salads. And that'll be small enough so I can make one on here, the terrariums. And then maybe if people want to do that also, I'll write down a list of supplies and see if I want to do that. And you can put some plants in there. Um, and cactuses are really beautiful plants also, but you cannot overwater them. They are a desert plant. They are not used to being sitting in water. That's the worst thing you can do. You don't have to water some cactuses for a month. Well, I didn't know that. I know they are pretty king. So, and then what other kind? Um, I'm trying to think which plant does flower every now and then, and only time I think it's the spider plant. If your spider plant is real healthy, it'll give you some flowers. It sure will. They're really cute little small ones, but all of them don't do that. And I think that's probably has something to do with what I was just saying in the beginning. But it is a fact they do flower, but they have to be they just have to be healthy. And they're really pretty little pink or white. And let's see. So I said I might get a purple passion. I like those plants. They're kind of little fuzzy looking ones. Purple, of course. And they don't cause a whole lot of drama. They don't like the direct sunlight either. Um, they don't like to be too dry as far as overwatering. Yeah, I like plants that are kind of like even, so that I don't have to do too much to them. And then every now and then, like I said, you got to wipe them down, dust them, and there was an old saying people used to put mayonnaise on the leaves to make them shine. So I don't know if if that rule still goes, because I know they used to have sprays you could buy to clean your plants with and stuff like that. But I remember we used to use a little bit of mayonnaise. I always wondered, you have to really wipe it in there, so if you do have an ant or two or something like that, I don't know. I've never had a problem with that, but it just seems wrong putting a dairy product on a plant. But it's a plant, and you're wiping it to shine it, so it's not like it's a glob of mayonnaise. But it really does make your plants look good. And you notice, like in office buildings, they have to have somebody come to maintain the plants. It's not just to just water them. They also are shining them up and pulling off the dead stems, and checking to see what the plant needs. It needs attention. You just don't get a plant and throw it in there and put water in it every day and thinking you're doing something. And then also, I might grow a potato plant. Sweet potatoes, they make beautiful plants. Um, you just because if you leave those out too long, they start rooting. They really do give you something to look at, and you can really do that as a science experiment. It doesn't take long for sweet potatoes to root, because you'd be ready to eat. They'd be like, "Yeah, I know, I got a couple sweet potatoes in there going there. Damn, sweet potato got a whole colony down there." So that's why I don't buy them that often, even though I love eating them. And I'm on a kick now of eating sweet potato fries in the air fryer. Is the best. Oh my God, it is the best. But the sweet potato plants do make a nice little flour also, and that's inexpensive as heck to get it. You just take a sweet potato and get a jar or something, and usually to brace it up, you take some toothpicks and stick four toothpicks around there, and then just put it in there so maybe half of the plant is submerged into water, and then you just keep the water full. When it gets murky, and when it gets a little bit low, and you should, within 10 days you should see some sprouts and see something coming up. You don't have to keep it like right in directly. It does like light, it does like sunlight, but some people do grow those on the windowsill. But I'm trying to save the windowsill action for my spices. I want to get one of those spice um, growers. I've been looking at them. I'm trying to get them on sale, but there's so many things I want. I do. There are. So, and then what else can you grow that's inexpensive? Philodendron, spider plants, mother-in-law tongues, cacti. I used to even have a Venus flytrap, and they are not alive like that. I know people think they are. They just they close up when they have some sticky substance in the middle of them, and it's fragrant, and so the bugs and stuff go to it, gravitate to it, and they get kind of stuck. And then when the plant realizes that something is there, then it slowly closes its the leaves, and then it absorbs the juices from the bug, and then it opens up, and then the dry piece of the dead bug skeletor falls out. It's really fascinating with that. But you don't just sit there and feed it a piece of meat like you feeding a dog, okay? It takes time for that kind of stuff to happen. But Mother Nature is something else. I used to want to be a horticulturist. That was one of the things I did want to be when I was younger. Maybe I need to make it happen now that I'm old. But I don't do outside gardening, and I'm just kind of still scrimmage with the bugs and the critters, you know, the possibility of snakes. And I can't really get down and bend up and down and all that kind of stuff now. Child, you be find me dead in the backyard. Now I could do a raised bed garden. I have seen those, and I find those very interesting. Raised bed gardeners. I mean gardening, and you can start those in anything. You can start those in those big Rubbermaid tins. Mm-hmm. Just line the bottom up with some rocks, and like really good sterile rocks, and then put your potting soil material and stuff on there, and um, fertilizer or whatever you want to use. I would tend to do something more organic, so I would be making my own with some of the scraps of the vegetables and stuff that I eat. And then what else do you do with them? I think the easiest thing you can grow out of that, because it's a bucket and you have it raised up so that you don't have to bend down to tend to it. And they can be very decorative. You can put some steaks in there and do your little tomatoes, or you can do your. I've never done one, so I'm not telling you anything that I've just seen lots of videos on them, because I try to research stuff before I jump into it, and the YouTube really makes it a whole lot easier to do all of that now. Uh, so tomatoes. I think you can do peppers and stuff. I know my uncle had a. He used to always. He was city-fied. He was city-fied, but he was real country. So he would always, and his wife hated it. He would open the window up after he was eating watermelon, and or when he was taking the rinds out, he would separate them, and he would take a handful of watermelon seeds, and always throw it at the back part of the yard, and that's all he did to it. And the back part of the yard was not where the sun was, the way his house was set up. So there was about four watermelons that grew right there. And the thing was with it, like I'm gonna say, I can't judge feet. I mean, like that, I really can't. Distances, but it was a walking distance away from where the sun was, and then where there was water, like a little waterway or whatever. Pool, a little low part of the land where water collected or whatever, and you could see the watermelon roots going over there, crawling over there. It was so freaking weird, but you never think about stuff like that. But every when he cut grass, he definitely would be cutting it up and stuff. But this one time, you saw the roots there, and when I tell you, we followed one of them, and the damn watermelon. There was about three or four little ones, and there was this one that was just good size, girl. We tasted that watermelon, and that watermelon was good, and he did not do not one damn thing to it. But he would always throw them watermelon seeds. And I asked him, I said, "How did you know how to do that?" And he said, "My grandfather used to do." So that was a way of passing on tradition. So yeah, so I feel like I want to put how I love yellow. I feel like I want to put a little bit of yellow at the tip of these. So let's see. Ooh, what yellow is that? That's a neon yellow. Y'all know neons, child. It's a love hate. I just want to put a little light yellow. Mm, kind of gives it like a little orange look. Mm-mm. But I'm more of a windowsill gardener. That'd probably be the closest outside gardening I would do. Child. I don't even like grass. I don't like walking in grass. Which is weird because people are like, you like dirt, you get your hands dirty, you dirt, and you this and that, and yeah, but I don't like walking in grass. Now, actually, I think it is nice if the grass is well manicured and stuff. And the best feeling is walking in grass with no shoes on. When I was kids, as a kid, I did, but right now, mm-mm. The ideal just does not do anything for me. And the first thing I see when I see somebody walking in grass, I'm like, oh, I bet that feels good. But I am a city girl. Even though a lot of people don't think that DC is the country, Virginia is the country, and Maryland to me is, but it has a little uppiness with it. I don't think that's a word, but I think that's why I like listening to accents. I love listening to people from different places, and I can tell right away 9 times out of 10 where people are from. And if you have a really nice accent or an accent that I'm interested in, I always tend to watch channels like that, even though I don't not into what they're saying. But there's some accents I just can't stand. It's just like chalk across a chalkboard. And I'm not telling you which ones it is either. But as soon as I hear it, I'm like, I don't even care if they're giving me good advice. I'm like, oh, I can't take it. It's weird. I know, probably is weird. So now what I have left are the leaves. I'm just putting a little touch of the yellow, and I guess I'm kind of burnishing the flowers too. I know Kim, she did her flowers. She did on these two sides the same colors, and then this side a different color. I think she was using purples. I'm still coming in with all this other stuff for these, but at least I'm kind of still thinking about the background. I feel like I want to put down because I did the lines. I didn't do them perfectly. I did not want to do them perfectly. And I was thinking about, because I do have some white space in there, I was thinking about coming in with a pan pastel just to fill in the lines on the page. One of these, either this blue or maybe this green or this purple. I don't know, because these are all light colors. So, and then I do have a darker green right there, but I wouldn't use that. And then I still have to figure out what I'm going to color the. If I did that, then I would color those raindrops white. But then I was looking at my shimmer watercolors, so I don't know. I have to really think about it. There's a lot going on. Okay, so the flowers are done. Let me make sure one more time. And I got a little snail in here that I can color. I'm going to use gel pen to color him. So put these back in order because I'm not going to use them anymore. But these colors, looking at these colors, put them together. Excuse me. Like I did with Ryan, they come in handy when you don't know, well, what color am I going to color that? You just go to your book and, figure out what colors that you used before. And then, like I said, I do try to write down what they're for or what they were used for. So all of those are flowers. Oh, except for this one. I think this is for another particular leaf. Excuse me. 44. 44. 45. 47. 2. And 26. Y'all, I don't know if y'all can hear the storm, the thunderstorms, but I do feel like it's going to storm. So before I get kicked off, I'm going to do a couple of leaves and then I'm going to log off. I just wanted to be on here for a half an hour. Oh, 46. Okay, 44 minutes. So I can make it to an hour. I think I can. So we got to sharpen these. And for you all, I'm taping this on StreamYard, and I guess StreamYard is working. I don't know, there was a glitch that I had the other night, and I don't know why would I get other people's panels. I just put this new mic. It's actually not new to me. I should have never removed it. back in, but I was someplace, and oh my God, you couldn't hear me. I don't know if I had unplugged. I think I had plugged the mic because I sounded good in the beginning, but it, child, it was a trip. Now, how am I gonna do these flowers? Hold on, let me see. Let me use the back of this. Say that's the flower. Am I gonna go? Yo, I had to go mail something to somebody today. When I tell you, if you're mailing books or you're mailing stuff to people, pack it in a package that you put two books and make it kind of square, and tape it up and everything, and write books on there. Okay, because it is a books. But I was thinking I was gonna be paying $26 for postage. Girl, I went in there and I had books written all over. He said, "Oh, this is books. Oh, let me give you the book rate." And I was like, okay, child, that package, if I had not done it the book rate, it would have been, like I said, $26. I paid $6.41 or something like that for that. I said, "Oh, really? You know how they sell them give us them white packages and stuff there. You don't have to use those if you're sending books." But I put other stuff in there that wasn't books. Well, it did have books in there, so give me book rate. But it had other stuff besides books in there. I think that's okay. That looks okay. But yeah, so $6.41. So I was like, oh, somebody might be blessed. Some people. Oh, I need to put the darker color. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know if these flowers going to be colored like this today. They sure will. Dark. Medium. I don't like the way that looks though. Oh well. And then the lighter one. And I went car shopping today. Oh my God, the cost of cars, my goodness, it's ridiculous. I have to think about it, but I am going to get another car. So, I don't know what I want. I wish I could find a really nice old convertible Saab. Oh my God, that was my favorite car. I had one. It was oh, that was a sexy car. And it was a stick shift. It was so fun to drive. I know I can't drive a stick shift anymore right now because of my shoulder. Did I put this down already? This is the darker one. I would love to be able to drive a stick. Maybe maybe they're better. But stick shift driving is so much fun, especially on the highway. But I enjoyed driving them on in the city too. But it can be very tricky if you are learning, especially if you are on a hill. That is Very nerve wracking, especially if you're trying to teach somebody how to drive one. Oh my god! But you just got to put your foot on the gas, and you got to figure out that coordination. Gas and clutch, gas and clutch. But it is so cool, and you don't have to worry about people asking to borrow your car much because they don't know how to drive a stick. But if they don't know how to drive it, they can mess your car up too. So, but I used to always love driving my Saab 900. I can't think of the series just except for 900 convertible. Oh, that was a pretty car. When I said convertible, I'm lying. It was a sunroof. So I was thinking, was it hard? Was it so hard? No, it was a sunroof. Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you, one time I was driving and I didn't know the sunroof was loose. Girl, I was on the highway. That sunroof popped up, and flew off of the car in oncoming traffic. Girl, I got pulled over, and somehow it landed perfectly. It did. Somebody, I don't know, because I wasn't looking. I was looking forward, but I did find it, and it landed. Because I had to keep going straight and then get off at the next exit and then go back around and come back to where I thought it was. And it was right on the side of the road. Like you could still see it. It wasn't dark, so nobody could have really run over it. But it was rush hour, it was traffic. So then it was all cracked up and everything. So I did pull, got it and got rid of it. And I was looking for the sunroof for that thing for a long time. But then what happened to it? Why I had to get rid of that thing? Man, I had driven from Arizona in that thing, Arizona to DC by myself, and then I drove it to Minnesota, Arizona, DC by myself. It was so fun. I got to see a lot of places and stayed at a lot of interesting hotels. And it's really a nice trip. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, driving through that one part of Texas with that road, I don't know what is it, 76 or 276, or so I don't even know what that road is. It goes all clear across the state of Texas. That widest part. When I tell you that was a daggone drive, I never thought I would get off of that daggone highway. I don't know what the hell that damn highway is, but I'm telling you, if anybody that knows about Texas, they know about that damn highway. I even stopped and got a big gas can to have with me just in case because it was a long distance in between cities. Now I need to fix this because I like these better than that one. And even this one isn't fixed yet. Hold on. No, let me fix it with this. The medium one. But it was a nice relax. It took me almost a day to get through it. It seemed like it was a day. Like the other states, you can just go through. You're like, oh, I'm out of this state into another state. Texas, it'd be like, how long am it taking me to get out of Texas? But I like traveling like that. I find it interesting. Then you can eat at different places and stuff. And this was before we had cell phones. Girl, I would be scared to do it now. But I would do it now, but back then I didn't even, we didn't have cell phones. I think we still had pagers or something. I don't know. I didn't, you know what, yeah, no, I didn't have a cell phone. Or they either was first coming out or something. Oh, child, I can't remember. These get old, they be like, well, when is that? If I did have a cell phone, it was during the time they had those Blackberries and the flip phones. That's what I'm thinking. I think that's what it was. And I didn't know. We didn't have Apple, I don't think. If we did, I was not an Applehead, obviously. They probably did have them, but I don't know. I think wasn't BlackBerry something? I don't know. BlackBerry was the thing. Everybody had a damn BlackBerry or a flip phone. So I did have that. I still have mine too, somewhere. I got a box of old phone. Ooh, excuse me, get the hiccups. What you say? I've been towing my car. Oh my god, cars are something else. They'll be fine for a minute, then all of a sudden when they go left, they just go left. But and then even in that car, I was someplace on the highway, and I had kept putting air. See, I'm a mechanic's favorite person. Now I've gotten smarter now because everything that could happen to a car has happened. I've had my tire rod break or whatever while I was driving, and that's very scary because that's what makes the wheels roll. And child, that thing, I threw. They say you throw it. That's what they call it. And the mechanic said, "Yep, yep, you done threw a tire rod." And I was like, "I did what? How the hell? What is a tire rod?" And I'm thinking like, I don't know, but it's a long piece of thing or something. It does a suspension or traction or something. And I'm probably not saying the things right, but that's what I remember. And this was a long time ago. It's something to do with the suspension and when your car is shaking and all that kind of foolishness. And it's not foolishness. It's very important. So and it's very dangerous because when it does happen, you don't have any control of the vehicle. And I didn't because when it happened, I happened to be riding on the right side of the. That's like right now. I get into a habit. I stay in the right lane, and I know that's the slow lane. You should be in the middle lane, and so I'm better with that. But if I don't know where I'm going, and if it's something serious, I sometimes feel safer in the right lane. But every now and then I'll get all spicy and I'll be all in the left lane speeding. But not too bad. I just try to keep up with the traffic. And around here you have to because you can't be driving too slow around here. Certain hours, 495, girl, the beltway, that is the devil. Ooh, child. Mm-mm. I might go to Baltimore tomorrow. They got a couple restaurants. Oh, well, one restaurant in particular that I want to go to, which I will not be announcing on here until I leave. Hmm, I might, I don't know. But I won't be able see I won't be able to go there till later on because well yeah, I don't know. I got that situation at 9:30, but and I did my poll work already. So yeah, so I'll just keep doing the flowers like this. So this is what we got. Each lighting situation makes it look different, but these are my flowers. And so I'll come back and I'll probably do this off camera. I'll do something with the pan pastels for just the whole back, just to go over, and then I'll test a couple of these to see what I want to put. I want to put white Posca dots. Oh, I did get a new pen. Let me test this out. Where is it? See, we're starting this already. I just bought a new. Oh, here it is. I just bought a new card accessories. I did a video on it. I think it's finished uploading now. And I never have good luck with these Sharpie thingies. Miss Dee Dee Wellingham does very well with them. I guess because it's this whole thing. And then one time I was using this and a big old glob came right out. I don't know if you're supposed to hold it and wait till it comes out or. Okay, now it's out. It looks watery. Okay, so now that's going to make me look like I'm lying. But this seems weird. So this one did me wrong. and I'm nervous. And then what I started doing was just taking what was on the paper and using that, because what I wanted to do instead of using this paint is do some of these. But I know I already colored that one. Let me leave that alone. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Because this might not be the white. Because it makes it pink because of the ink tints. It's like you got to do a layers. And I guess I might have to do that. But anyway, I want to try this new one. I don't think it's new, like new to the company line. But new because I just bought it. This one just makes me nervous because it already screwed me over. So, and this one I bought it looks like it's the same. They just have new packaging maybe. And it says it's, okay, this one is oil based and this one's supposed to be oil based too. Paint pincher. Oh yeah, so it just must be new packaging. This is the one I just bought, and then this is one I already had. So let me see. And they have it wrapped up in this. Oh, Lord. And then, of course, I got everything on my new cart. I'll put the video up as soon as I get off of here. The new cart accessories, which if you have one of those crafting carts that you can use for anything, you can put those in your kitchens, you can put in your closet, you can put them in your bathroom. But they're really ideal for projects and things. But then you can buy accessories to go with it, and that'll be the video that'll be coming up next. I think I can premiere it. Yeah. So, oh, does that look the same as this? No, it's a little different. Oh, I might have better luck. Because it seemed like it was coming out more because of that metal thing, I don't know. But here, this one might be what I'm looking for. Well, I think you have to prime it. Maybe this is where I always go wrong. Do they have instructions on here? Oh, Lord, remove cap. Something with marker tip up. Press. Press what? Child, the lamp is over there. And this one isn't plugged up. Well, do you prime it like the pump? Or do you hold it down there and wait? Child, I even opened up this thing and broke it down and then put it back together. I'm just not with it. And Miss Dee Dee uses these daggone things all of the time. And I already put my hand in the wet spot. I mean, what do you do when you first get them? I thought you supposed. Hold on, is something? Something coming out. We getting action. All right. Okay, this one I think I like this tip better. So I know this is not a Posca. This is Sharpie's answer to Posca. And I do have a Posca. I got a couple Poscas, and they do the same thing to me, and I don't like that because I feel like I want to. I just don't like this. I don't know how Dee Dee uses these daggone things. She uses them all the time. She need to do a tutorial on how somebody's special like me can't use a Posca pen right. And I am going to put the black lines around it again. And this is acrylic. Oh, well, I showed you the tube of paint. Well, I don't know. I ain't going to be too excited about that. See, at least I can see the whiteness because the other white, it's made it pink. So, Kim was saying to go over them. Wait till they dry and go over them. So yeah, I could tell a difference. I added that one. That wasn't there. I need my gel pen so I can put the little dots. And I'll just make this white. And to get back to when I go to sleep, I've been listening to um true crimes. Child, this one lady, she done went into the daggone gasoline store or gasoline station and took a can of gas, bought a can of gasoline, and went in there and poured it all over the gasoline attendant and struck a match. She just as crazy as hell. She don't even know the lady. She's making up a whole scenario saying that that lady, because she was white, she did that. She messed with her. And all. No, none of that stuff was happening. But the oddest part is when she gets down to the police station, she is going through a whole set of schizophrenic personalities. She reminds me heavily of somebody here on the YouTube, but I will not be saying who it is. Doesn't matter. So, okay. See how you can just start one thing and just keep going? This is so relaxing. I don't know why y'all better get you some. Oh, I did buy me some new Crayola pencils. They're in my next video that's coming up. I think I'm going to use gel pens to go around because I like it when the black around there. It just looks like, I don't know, rustic looking. And then I can put some dots on my leaves. I don't know. That's the best part. After you finish everything up and then you start putting your little dots and stuff, look like you're doing something. Um, I was gonna give him some dots too. Oh, did I put my hand in? I sure did, but you can't tell. Don't tell nobody I did that. That's why you have to be careful. I don't know why I'm putting them there, random. Real random. I'm gonna color his eyes red when I get my Oh, I could do his little hat leaf. I could do that, huh? Since I got these greens out. Um, these little things do not need three colors. Mhm. There. Now he has a little. The top of his little hat. His little hat. Okay. So now I've just got some more stuff to work on, and this has to dry. Do not close the book until you know that those white dots are dry, because you will just keep messing them up. And trust me, I have done that, and the pages stick together and all that foolishness. So I think that's all I got for you. I'll just have that one upload I'm going to do in a few minutes, and then I'm going to bed. What time is it? 12:30. Okay, so um Thank y'all for watching this video, and I will talk to you all later. Bye. 1 hour, 9 minutes. What'd you say? Oh, hey, Kim. Thank you for coming over. You see how the progress I'm doing? Okay, I'll talk to you later. And maybe we can color tomorrow. I don't know. You going to be busy tomorrow? Let me know. Well, I'll be free. Well, sir, I might not go to Baltimore, but I do have an appointment in the morning, so I don't know. But I'll talk to you later. Bye.